super smart, right?
Yeah.
Shit, let me go find some glasses.
Girl, I can't talk without my glasses. I'll be like, yes.
Anyway, so what this is, you guys, is we got some more people that's going to come on, but I just wanted to ask you guys to come on because you all are practitioners and y'all all basically do y'all thing. So if y'all want to introduce yourselves, don't give out no website or contact information because it's. I'm just playing. I'm just joking.
You don't even have one, so it's like.
You don't have one.
I have a Facebook.
You don't have no YouTube page.
I think it's time to feed my cat.
Nah, anyway, so I just want us to talk about, spirituality, intuition. Like, what is intuition? But honestly, we just take this wherever it goes. Like, we all are workers of the spirit. We all are, I really want people to see and understand and know that we're regular people. Like, even though we have, we can read people to the fifth. We can heal people and change their life. We good, you know what I'm saying? But just really, especially, Terry, have you seen that Spirits of Atlanta reality show?
What?
Have you seen it?
Pleasure.
No.
It's like the love and hip hop of spirituality.
Let me find out. I'm still waiting for Tyler to come back on.
For what?
Tyler?
Tyler the medium.
The one who puts you to sleep.
I mean, he's so gentle, but
you talking about the other one. I love Tyler. Tyler, I really
Tyler's in a sleep. No, Tyler know her stuff.
I don't have no teeth, but I got water.
Hold on.
Right. Oh my God. You know what? Why ain't get the memo? Why didn't I get the memo?
All practitioners always gotta have some water by them.
It's always good to have a bottle of water.
So anyway.
Yeah, mine got spirits in it.
Yeah. Nah. So basically for us,
I better drink that water.
I want you guys to introduce yourselves, and we got other people. So for those of you who are watching and doing all, that's gonna check in later, we got other people that's probably gonna come on. But I just want y'all to know everybody on here is practitioners. Everybody is somebody I trust and I love, like with all my heart. So if y'all want to introduce yourselves, y'all can. Tell a little bit about yourselves.
You go first.
Oh, they already know me.
No, I meant Sabi. I was pointing at Sabi.
Go first.
Well, I'm at the top. Sabi at the bottom, so you need to point down for my screens.
No, she's right over there, and I'm right over there.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so I'll go first, I guess. Hi. Oh, no.
You just muted yourself, Sabi.
Oh, yeah, okay. Hi, everyone. I'm Sabi, and I am a master diviner, meaning that I read tarot cards, I read bones, I read your mama, I read your daddy, I read everybody. And I am also a spiritual teacher. I teach my students intuitively based upon their spiritual background and their ancestors. And I'm also really big into doing a lot of ancestral work. So yes. Hi.
Thank you so much.
And I love tarot. So I was born with a tarot card in my hand. Okay? Tarot card.
Tell you.
In my hand.
Don't let her mama see this video. Don't let her mama see this video. Let me make sure I send this to the church house.
Don't
start.
Jesus don't accept tarot decks.
Jesus on the main line. And disclaimer, y'all, we are not talking about Jesus in a bad way. We love the Lord. Well, I do.
We love him. He is our brother and our master elder teacher.
Yes.
Yes, ascended master.
Anyway.
Yes. A Catholic saint. Saint Jesus.
Sorry. Well, we'll do all that then. Terry, go ahead. Who are you?
So I'm Miss Terry, the infamous Miss Terry.
Miss Terry is you nasty.
Miss Nasty.
Right.
No.
Okay. I am an energetic, how do I say it? I don't like to use coach, but I definitely hold the space for you and give you that nudge
Yeah.
so that you can get to your next level. I feel like with my guidance system, the way it's set up, I'm a middleman. So I always tell my clients that your spirit guides talk to my spirit guides, and it comes out of my mouth in a way that you can understand it. I definitely believe everybody has intuitive ability. Everybody can work on it. Everybody can grow. I like to help people get in tune with what their purpose is here for. What are they here for?
Yeah.
Because everybody has a purpose and everybody needs to do their part. It is off the chain right now. Everybody needs to do their part, even if that's just basically you being a good person. So I use energy work, I use intuition, I use cards. I'm big on blocks. Anything that is blocking you, prosperity, health, whatever that block is, that's what I like to focus on to get you to the next level. Ooh. It's not an end all be all. It's just whatever your next level is. And by doing that, it will save you time. Instead of going round and round and round and round and round and round and round in circles, cut to the chase. And I just did a video, and I'm going to put Sabi your link on there. I said, I don't read tarot, I read angel cards, but I said, I totally believe in tarot, and a good tarot reader with a good heart, child what? You be somewhere like, oh my God, how did you know this?
Girl, I need to schedule an appointment with you. I'm like,
we may have a little time for that at the end. You know what I'm saying? We might have time
yeah. And that's another thing that I believe. We all need help from each other. It's like sometimes people get this misconception that just because you're spiritual that you can go it alone and you got all the answers and you do what it do. But we need help too. Like, it's not an ending process. It's a journey. Yeah. And I think people get lost thinking, oh, well, can't you?
Oh, I know everything.
Yeah, like, and that's not the case.
No.
Ain't nobody the Don Dada. I feel like this. If you are living, you're still growing. So somebody just told me, they was like, you're a master, you're an expert. Oh, no. Don't put that on me. No, I'm not. I'm still growing.
Right.
I'm not, I don't, I've been doing this for a long time, but every day there's a new opportunity, new opportunity for growth, a new opportunity to do something different. So it's always weird when you have those people that are like, I'm a master teacher of master teachers.
Right.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, who made you head? Yeah. But one thing I've seen is that, even spirit works as teams. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Spirits from like different backgrounds, and even they have to come together and help us. So there's even teamwork on the other side. You cannot do this on your own.
Yes.
No matter how amazing or great you think you are. Like, I still call Jonathan sometimes when stuff's not.
Sometimes.
Can I tell you that I was doing a session for a lady last week, and her cat came through.
Yes, girl. Come
and
through.
I'm not good with pets, but the cat like energetically slid up on me, and I was like, do you have a cat? But the thing about it was, after the cat gave its message, I felt like the rest of the team had stepped back and let the cat have the floor.
Girl, what did the cat say? I can't
well, hold on, y'all. Hold on.
That was to say the respect of working as a team. It was like the other spirits stepped back and let the cat have the floor. And then when the cat was done, the cat stepped back and the other spirit stepped. It was like it was cooperation on the other side. I was like, wow. To go with your point, Sabi, about teamwork.
So this is actually a good question, but I want to let's go to the basics first, because we having this good conversation, which is great. I feel like we all need some mimosas or some champagne or something.
Okay. I was sipping, but we ain't gonna sit on no.
She's over there sipping, and I'm chocolate chipping. I can't lose no weight up in here.
Actually, I think this is a great question. What do we think about competition? Should we as spiritual practitioners be in competition with each other? I'll tell y'all what I think. I like a little healthy competition. Like Saab, I love it with Saab, because especially seeing her do what she's doing, but not that unhealthy shit where it's like you jealous and envious. I don't believe in that. But like I love, Sabi does some things. She does things, a lot of stuff that I don't do. That she is a high. I don't like saying master, but she's she's way more gifted than I am when it comes to that, and I respect it because I love it. And it's like, hold on, if this motherfucker can do it, I can do it too. So it's so good. Like it's that healthy stuff.
Inspiring each other.
Yeah, it's like you inspire, you're motivated. But I always find it so interesting when people be looking at people and they're like, what make them think they can do that? Or I can do this better, or they shouldn't be doing this. How can you tell somebody what God, because if we're in the spiritual realm, obviously God has ordained us, not spirit, God, because can't nothing move without the blessings of God. Nothing. Right. If God don't say it, it ain't gonna happen. At least that's how I believe. So it's like, what do y'all think about competition? Like, or I don't know, just that in the spiritual realm. How can we work together and come together as a community? Because I think it's a shame.
You know what? I would just say, I don't see competition because I say that I'm a spiritual Rolodex. And when you come to me for help, if I can't help you, I guarantee you I could put you in touch with who can help you. Yeah. I am a Rolodex. I have learned, I've done different modalities, different energy workers, and I stay in my lane. Now, trust and believe. I ain't about to try to take nothing off nobody. I ain't about to try to read no tarot card. I stay in my lane. I'm all helping you with your feelings and your emotions. But if you got some ancestor stuff, it's probably going on over to Sabi. I'm like, let me get a number of somebody who can help you with that, because that's not my lane. And I have no problem with it. So I don't even look at it as competition. I look at it as share.
You like sharing is caring. What about you, Sabi?
One thing Spirit has told me really like last year, Spirit said, this is not your gift. This is God's gift. Okay. This is a tool that we've allowed you to use. You're here to serve, but everyone serves differently. So Terry is here to serve. Jonathan is here to serve. Sabi is here to serve. Stay humble, because I feel that once you stop being humble, you're furthering yourself away from God and what he sent you here to do. I've been very humbled. In the past year, I've been very humbled. I'm almost in tears because I've done things in my life in the past year that I didn't think was possible when I realized that I'm here to serve. That's how I see it. I'm here to help. I'm here to help. It's God, here to help.
And I think that's so key, like the things that y'all said. And it's, I think for me, kind of being young and growing up in it, for me, it was almost, this is second nature. So I didn't understand that humble to that, because when I was younger, I just thought I knew everything. I'm thinking, oh, I'm gifted, I'm special, I'm thinking like, I'm special, I'm something, different. But then you learn that being gifted does not mean you're spiritual. And being spiritual does not mean you're gifted. It's something that you have to work towards, because you have to grow towards it. You have to unfold. You have to be willing to look at yourself in the eye and face you. I always say, you ask to meet God, but when you're asking to meet God, God's just going to introduce you right back to you. Right back to you. That's it. God going to say, who are you? If you can answer who you are, then how you going to help somebody else find themselves?
It's really true, because the more you deal in spirituality, the more the mirror is reflected at you, but it's more so in order to grow. I'm starting to see a lot of things that I go through is to bring me to the next level. So to become a better servant of God. And a lot of times it is painful. You know what I'm saying? You got to go through the pain in order to get to the joy. So especially in the past year, I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot about myself, also in trusting Spirit, but that's a whole other conversation. Yeah, I agree.
Definitely.
I want to know, what do y'all think? Because, we always say spirit, and I always hear people say this a lot of times. What do y'all think the difference is between, when you say spirit, are you referring to God, or do you separate the two, or what do you think, or what are you saying? When you say, oh, spirit, spirit got me, is that taking God out, or is that everyone?
That's a good,
When I say spirit, I think of it as my collective team.
I do too.
And just like we got assignments, I feel like spirit has assignment too from God. So just because this particular spirit might be with me, helping me, I don't get it twisted. God is God. And I thank God for him allowing me these tools. Like, I see everything as a tool. Even when it comes to the medical field, doctors, surgeons, everything is in its own gift, in its own place. And that's why I feel like there's no competition with that. But when I say spirit, it is the energy I have trained with, the energy that I've come to know and understand and trust, and the way they relate with other spirits through to filter to me so that I could get the message. So when I'm saying spirit, that's what I mean. But a lot of times I'm God. Thank you, God, for allowing spirit to talk to me.
God.
So I don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
I keep it in alignment, but that's just how it is.
I remember somebody asked me, where do I get my information from? And I was like, spirit. Remember, Jonathan?
Yeah. That's so funny.
When I say spirit, I mean my spirit guides, my ascended masters, my angels, whatever spirit of light. I try to do things in a certain way where I know that only spirits who mean to help you in a higher path, so spirits of higher light, of higher understanding. And sometimes, the goons come in, because I call them my Haitian ancestors, and they have no filter, no flex, don't. So that's what I mean by spirit. But I've gotten to a point that before I do readings, I ask spirit to bring in more so of the valuable information and the information that will help you on your path. When I first started, I was savage. Now I've been able to filter some stuff. I've been able to filter some stuff.
Spiritual gangster? You was a spiritual gangster.
This was Sabi. Somebody come for their first time to get a reading, they all excited. Oh my gosh, so excited. So I'd be like, bitch, you gonna die. Leave your husband. He gay.
Let me just made me fall off.
Just die. Shit. You would leave Sabi with no hope. And that's actually what I want to talk about too. When you go to readers
to learn to filter.
Yeah, you have to learn. But another question I have, before I do that, the other question I wanted to ask. Okay, so the Christian tradition, it talks about familiar spirits. So how do you know that you're not working with a familiar spirit?
Checks and balances. I really sat down with my spirits, especially my spirit guide, because I have been fooled before. You know what I'm saying? I have been fooled. But like Terry had said, if something doesn't feel right, you're not the God of everything. Come out of your ego and go and check with someone else. So I've learned that I have to call somebody else. If I can't get in touch with Jonathan, I get in touch with somebody else who can say, nah, normally you'll feel a shift. Something isn't right. But like, even how the spirit talks may not be like what you're used to. The actual energetic shift in your body will be different, or things are not being processed like it normally is. You have to get familiar with all of your senses and how your spirits work. Yeah, but that's how I know that there's a purification process before you go into your reading. And also taking spiritual baths, trying to stay as spiritually clean as you possibly can, because my challenge is in hiring a maid to keep the house clean so that no unfamiliar spirits will come. And everything there is a process. Spirit told me, my spirit guide, you start off with prayer, purification. You pray when you open and you pray when you close, so that a gate is not open and get down on it. It turns into a club and you got 20 spirits. Been through that. Not going through that again. Next.
Oh my God. That's so funny. I definitely agree. And the funny thing with that is that is part of the process. So trust and believe there will be times that does happen. And even when that happens, it's a lesson within itself. Yeah. Like, we don't control this. We try to protect ourselves with the light and everything, but I can't control what somebody has with them when they're approaching me for help. Mm-hmm. So most times it'll feel creepy. It'll be weird, or it'll be like, it make you be like that eyebrow go up like, what? Mm. And it'll be darker, or I work with the light. That's just my lane. I know I totally believe in everything that everybody can do out there, but I stay in my particular lane. So if something's coming to me wilding out like a goon, I'm gonna be like, Jonathan. You know what? I used to call Tony my spiritual bodyguard, because sometimes when dark things came, I could call him and be like, Tony, I was doing a session and there was a werewolf inside this woman. And he would be like, let me go and check. And he would be like, yeah, that's X, Y, and Z. And I'd be like, bet, how you gonna fix it? Because that's not my lane. And I would refer him. I would refer. So that's why I'm like, I stay in my lane.
Yeah, we gotta get TA up here. We gotta get him. You know, he's a superhero, so we gotta get him.
I mean, that was a long time ago. I don't know what has transpired since then, but back then,
I'm pretty sure he's evolved.
Yeah. So I mean, there's help. There's help. I don't have to go fight nothing.
That's homie. So I would say, because I need to familiar spirits, a lot of times, because I didn't speak about it, but, familiar spirits, people like, how you know you're not talking to a demon? How you know you're not talking to the devil? So for me, I always say, try the spirit by the spirit to see if it's of God. For me, if a spirit is not edifying God, not glorifying God, and, helping you with your purpose, helping you with your life, something, or if they're not giving evidence with what's going on now, you can always tell if a spirit is, not on the up and up, if it takes you around in circles. If it takes you around in circles, that's how you know. My job is to get you focused on God, not on me. So when I'm talking to you, when I'm working with you, my job is not, oh, yes, you need to come to me so I can save you.
Right.
Because I ain't trying to be Jesus. Jesus came, he on did what he did. Right. That's the first. I look too good to be nailed to a cross. But so I'm grateful for everything that Jesus did. So it's like, I really believe, our job is to edify God. And I always tell people, and this is my thing now, I'm not a light worker. I am not a light worker. I am a truth worker. My job is to bring you the truth to transform your life. My job is not to just be here and be like, oh yes, everything is good. Now I know how to package it so that you can hear it and still feel
motivated,
moving through it. I know how to do that. But my job is to help you transform your life. So there'll be some times you may leave and you pissed off with me. Guess what? You gonna change though. You gonna change. Nah.
When I first met Jonathan, he said, I see you pushing a cart, with the cat on top of it.
Oh yeah, all I kept seeing was her being homeless. I was like, I don't know, boo.
Jonathan was like, I see you pushing a cart, but it motivated me to do more in my life. So,
I was about to say, how did it end? Well, like,
girl, I'm up to a Pinto, but but girl, I will have that car, girl. Boom.
Nah, so that's cool. Now, dang it, I forgot the question I was going to ask. For everybody that's watching, we just literally just talking, having a conversation. This was not planned or nothing.
How should somebody who is looking for spiritual guidance, how should they know if they found the right spiritual advisor to help them? How do you know? What would you advise?
I would advise www.jonathanlharris.com. It's all about how you feel. For me, I'm very big on integrity and I'm very, very big on ethics. So, and I'm also big on this too. You know, if you go to a reader and they start out with, what you want to know about? You want to know about this? Oh, tell me this. You know, they asking you a bunch of questions, so now you feel like you're being interviewed more than you're receiving guidance, you're receiving stuff. You know, there's going to be times when you have to ask questions for clarity and do type of stuff. But I've been to places where they'll be like, oh, yeah, so what you want to know? And I'll be like, I don't know, career. And they'd be like, so what you want to do? And I'll be like, I'm going to be a doctor. They'd be like, oh, I see you want to be a doctor. No. No. But I think you always got to go with how you feel. And definitely when you're working with someone, you have to feel comfortable, right? And you need to know everything up front. Like, who are you? What are you doing? I always say people need to go off of people. They need to find people that they know somebody else has worked with, or they know that they're credible. Because there's so many people out here. You got people that's charging $500, $600, $1,000 for a reading that really can't do nothing. They just picked up a book and now they don't start reading or picked up some oracle cards and they know how to make everything look good and they ain't connected to your pet animal Pete. I don't know.
That has become very popular. Very.
But then you have somebody that charges $25 and they'll read your whole life. They would send you into a full Baptist shout. You would be, you know, you would have an imaginary tambourine. You know, so, you know, because when you think about what we do, it's something that's so sacred. It's so sacred. Like, it is about literally, like, I am humble. That's what you said, Sabi. Like, I had to learn that being a servant of the Spirit of God. You know, the other day I walked up a mountain. Actually, Terry, walked up the mountain. And when I was walking up the mountain, because, you know, it's a 45-minute hike, but it took us 3 hours. But
somebody want to take somebody on the advanced course when it's their first day.
But when I was going up the mountain and stuff, I heard God say, your job is not to even speak. Your job is actually to lay down. God said, I take care of you. I take care of you. If I tell you to lay down, if I tell you to shut up, if I tell you to go somewhere that you don't want to go, if you're obedient to me, you will listen and you will go.
Oh my God, obedience to spirit. Woo.
Obedience. Because it's not about what man thinks. It's not about them. We look up. We don't look down. Mm-hmm. That's the difference. But yeah. Mm-hmm. All right.
No, okay. I don't even remember what the question was now. So.
Right. No, Bobby was talking about how do you know if a practitioner is right for you?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I wanted to say this one thing.
And I'll be back because I just drinking this water, so I'm commercial break.
Okay, so I will say that there has been times where I've gone to somebody and it was before I even knew who I fully was. But I always knew just because I don't know who I am yet doesn't mean that I don't know that I'm something or somebody, because I could tell by the way they interacted with me. It was like, what could they get from me instead of what was it that they were there to help me with? I've had people try to bring out my spirits so that they could. I've had somebody think that they had me in a trance to say, how can you help me with my business? To me, thinking that they're talking to a spirit that's with me. So, but the one thing that remained was that I knew, and I was very protective of myself. I had good people that I started a foundation with. So going out into the world, meeting these other people, there was that core right and wrong still there. It's like right is right and wrong is wrong. Universal laws. Like, don't forget the scope of where you're at, what you're doing, what you're trying to achieve. Stick to the basics. Like, just don't. It's like easy to get caught up in the sensationalism. Sometimes people so dramatic and but just stick to the basics. Stick to what's inside your heart. Even when you're confused and you don't know what way to go and what way to turn, go into your heart and kind of. Sometimes you got to bring it down to the simplest level. is this right or is this wrong? Like, is that part of your mind saying, this is crazy? Or is that part saying, oh my God, like if somebody tell you go get a black cat because we gotta sacrifice it, if you don't know them and you like, on a regular day would I get what? I'm like, what did the cat do to me? I'm like,
hey, my
I'm like, the cat didn't do nothing to me. Like, what do the cat got to do with it?
So
you just stick to the basics, the right and the wrong of it. Like, can they explain to you why they want you to get this cat? Like, it's basics to it.
I ain't getting no cat.
And I feel like if you right. Who's getting right?
That's just so people don't think. So I got another question. How do you
so I'm just saying.
How do you know? And welcome, Maji Dupree. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hey, Maji.
I want to know, how do you know when you know?
What do you mean?
How do you know when you know? Like, how do you just know that you know? So it's kind of like, we're not talking about intuition.
You're not in the question anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You're not in the question. Like, that point of when you know, it's inside of you and it's inside of you.
So basically,
you might think you questioning it, but there's that part in the inside of you that's like not really a question. It's like in there, like, why is we even talking about this?
So basically, like intuition, like exactly what you just said. Like, if you got to think about intuition, you think about that energy and all that type of stuff, energy. But when people be like, how do I know when I know? How do y'all know?
Oh, how do I know? Well, one thing that I've noticed is that I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just talking. Like, I just be talking. Like, the information's coming down and I just talk. I don't know you. I have nothing against you. I have no malice against you. I'm not trying to hurt you. I'm just telling you what spirit is telling me. There's no emotion behind it. It's just raw energy. It's just coming down. It literally feels like it's just coming down and I just say it. You see what I'm saying?
I want to know more so in your life. More so in your life, how do you know when you know? Intuition, intuitive.
How do I know? Now, Jonathan, I've been throwing shade since I was 8. I just know when something, like, when I was a kid, I used to say, I don't like that person. I don't like that person. I can't explain it. I don't know why, but something just doesn't rub me the right way. And 9 out of 10, I was right. If I don't like you today, I ain't like you tomorrow. Something ain't right in my spirit. I can't even explain it. I don't know what it is.
It just is.
Yeah, it just is. It's like, I don't know, but some ain't right with you. Now, what I've realized as I've gotten older, now sometimes I used to think that person is a bad person. No, the person is not bad. The person does not match with you. The person does not fit you energetically. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So I've learned to not be rude anymore. I've learned to just be like, look, my energy doesn't go with this person, but much respect. Before I had to take out my umbrella and throw shade at your ass, but now I just say something ain't right, and I'm good, and that's it.
So look, here's my take on it. And by the way, I'm a little under the weather, so if I'm like coughing all over, just know that I'm fine. Oh no, that I'm fine. You don't have to feel bad. So look, I know when I feel like it's either this or I die. Like that's when I know, because it's the next logical, not even logical. It just flows. It's something that's like intuition, Jonathan, what you were talking about. There's no explanation for it. From like, why would I just be hearing or feeling this way out of nowhere? You can't explain it. So intuition is just this knowing, though. Even though you can't explain it, but you know what you know, because you know that intuition has never left you. It's always been there. You can think back to your earliest of moments, your earliest of days, and remember, I remember something told me not to or dang, I knew I should have, or regretting a moment that you could have missed, or okay, so you're regretting if something tells you don't go there or don't hang out with that person, but you hang out with that person anyway, right? And then something bad happens. And you can say, man, something told me not to hang out with that person.
A small thing.
Sometimes we listen and sometimes we don't, you know? And so intuition is that voice or that knowing or that direction, that internal GPS feeling and direction that we have within. And sometimes we listen to it, sometimes we don't. So when the shit hits the fan, we're like, man, I knew I should have, or yo, something told me to go left, but I went right. I wasn't listening. We always have free will. We've been gifted and blessed with the lovely sense of free will, right? And our intuition is just a guide. Our intuition is like that GPS. We can either decide to listen to Siri and go the shortest route, or we can say, no, Siri, bitch, don't tell me left. I'm going to go straight, right? And then we'll still get to where we're going. We're just rerouted. You know what I'm saying? The intuition, just as the GPS, just reroutes you. It reroutes our path. It might take a couple more minutes, couple more years, you know, a couple more years. You know what I'm saying? We all know, but we still get there. The destination is still there for us. And at the end of the day, the more we begin and learn to listen, the more we can get on with our lives, get on with our purpose, get on with our, you know, get on with the feeling of being alive, the blessing, the wonderful feelings of feeling alive versus spending our everydays waddling around in the senselessness of what he said or she said, or how somebody else that don't even mean anything to you feels about you and your life.
And
you know,
one thing I've noticed too is that it's very, you know how people say it's a very small voice?
Yes.
It's almost that it's very slight. It's not like, girl, don't do that.
Yeah, right.
Like,
it might get like that sometimes.
It's like,
yeah.
And you stop and you're like, it's
Yeah.
very slight.
Yeah.
It's not, if you meet somebody or a situation and you gotta do this, run. I tell people run the other direction.
Yeah. So that's my take. Y'all, I can't even stay on the call too long. I'm like completely in the middle of some things, but I really, spirit was in there. No, listen. My spirit was in the next room. Like, now you know you got stuff.
At least
Right.
You had to come and drop that nice jewel. You had to drop that
right.
jewel.
You did.
And you know what? And I just wanted to bring that up because that's a part of the intuition too.
Definitely.
You know, to really be able to listen and to hear that, and you could choose to do it or not. I can like, nah, I'm just not going to get on the call, and that would have eaten at me, I'm sure. And you know, whatever.
I remember Sheila. She used to say, "If I gotta light a cigarette on your ass, and I know some ain't right." She gotta light a cigarette on you.
We're there. But when I look at it, when I think about how do you know what you know, for me, now I don't even call it intuition anymore. I call it God. I be like, yo, that's just God. Yo, that's just God. And intuition for me or God, you always know when you get lost in a moment. And it goes into what you said, Maji, where you just, it just is what it is. You know, it's just kind of like that's it. It's either do or die. And it goes back to what you said, Stop. We don't know. We don't know. You know, so whether it's like, it's foreign from you. You think how you think, but then, you know, I always know when in spirit, when I start getting some educated words. When I start thinking about, you know, because my vocabulary is limited, but people think I'm smart.
Right.
Stop.
It'd be like, you got a hippopotamocota buta. And I'd be like, oh, a hippopotamocota buta. And I'd be like, help me. You know, help me. You know, but it's so amazing, I think, just that journey, but the process of learning how to trust. Like I always tell people, the process of intuitive development for me is really just about learning how to trust yourself. Because intuition is something that's so natural. God is something that's so natural. We separate ourselves from God. We separate ourselves from my flow. Anyway, we separate ourselves from the source. So it goes to like everything that we're saying, like, how do you know that you know? And I think it's important to hear that from practitioners, from people that practice, from Maji, you doing what you doing, being in what you are in. Excuse me, Sabi doing, being a practitioner, me being a practitioner, Terry, you being a practitioner, because we work with this daily. And most of the time, people see the work, but they don't know how. So when was the time that you actually doubted your truth, your intuition, but learned, oh shit, I doubted what I knew was the truth because I wanted to.
So, that has happened a lot of times when you're developing. Like, it could be small things, it could be big things. One time in the very beginning of this, because mine got merged in with massage therapy. So there was this one time, I'll never forget, this old lady came into the clinic and she was with her daughter. They were getting massages and I was working on her and I kept in my mind feeling like I was seeing this older white man from the war and he really loved her and he was hanging around her and I was like, okay, whatever. Because in the back of my mind, I'm like, what are you thinking? Steady doing the massage, minding my business. So it got bigger and brighter, the picture. Now he had flowers in his hands for her. And I was like, yeah, whatever. Then I felt more and more compelled with this vision that was playing like a movie in my head. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. And then Spirit was saying, tell her. And I'm like, I'm a Black girl from New Jersey. I do not know what you're talking about. But people get jumped for making up stories, okay?
Right.
Going around making up stories, you will get punched in your face. So I'm like, I tell the Spirit, I'm a Black girl from New Jersey. I don't even know what you're talking about right now. I finished the massage, but the compelling was like riding me. It got so close that I felt like, if this lady don't get this water and get up out of here, I don't want no parts of this. I thought I was home free until she said, honey, could you help me put my necklace on? I was like, if you don't get out of here, lady. So I'm like, okay. So when I go to put her necklace on, it feels like his spirit is like right up on me because I'm like right up on her like this. So finally I say, do you know a man who might have died in the war who might have really loved you?
Yes, girl.
And she's like, oh, yeah, that's my husband. People say they see him around me all the time. You know, he died in a war, blah, blah, blah. And I said, okay, I'm going to need you to go now. But the whole time I was like, I'm a Black girl from New Jersey. I don't know what you're talking about. Because I was just learning when I'm in their energy, things like that can happen because I'm in their aura. I'm in their personal space.
That's right.
So, but before I didn't know this, like, so it was like a lesson in what happens. Now if something like that happens, I'm like, oh, yeah, your uncle Jimmy is here. He's say hi. You know, now it's nothing. But before it was very hard to trust that. Just because of what society trained me about people who do that.
That's very, very a really good point that you just brought up about what society has taught you, because what society has taught a lot of us is to demonize what comes so natural and so beautiful to all of us, and have taught us to look outside of ourselves for that the peace, the gratification, and all those things that we have within, you know. And then we just ride the wave. And you know, just let it go and let it flow. It's just, we see how great it really, really is, you know.
Yes.
So, good point. That was a great story.
I love that, girl.
That was good.
I mean, that was like the first massage corporate style job. So I'm all trying to keep stuff separate. Yeah, I'm intuitive, but this is my job. Like, not knowing they were going to collide.
Yeah.
So I had to learn.
My experience was thinking that I needed certain people or being attached to certain people in order to make it. It started off with my dad, thinking I needed my parents. thinking I needed to just stay attached to them, thinking I needed to just stay in their home because I could not make it without them. You see what I'm saying? I left my father's house at 27 years old, thinking that I was about to be homeless on the street and not be able to take care
Pushing that cart.
My son up. Pushing that cart. And, yes, and I had that bag lady mentality. Like, I cannot do this on my own. But my parents had spirits. They came here from a whole other country with no money. So they had spirits who helped establish them, and they didn't even barely know how to speak English.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I had to take baby steps.
Wow. Wow.
With me was baby steps. Like, I've had to learn to trust spirit by certain experiences. Now I literally sit down with my spirits and I ask them about life stuff. What should I do with this? What should I do with that? In my mind, the Bible even says that, you know, nothing moves until you move. So I go and I tell spirit what I'm trying to do, and I make a move, and then they magically, I start to see the manifestation of what I want. I never, even in my darkest moments, even in moments where I felt like I had nobody by my side, and spirit is constantly around. Spirit is constantly telling you, look, we're here. You just have to tap into us. You have to ask. You know, even when they're working for us, we don't even thank them. So I thank spirit that I even have a roof over my head. I think spirit, I can still stand up on my 2 feet and walk for 2 minutes. I thank them, you know what I'm saying? I thank them. So I came from a place of not being able to trust. And now I'm in a place where I've gone solo, and I'm like, wow, going solo was the best thing I ever did, because it made me and my spirits like this.
Yes.
Hardships turn into blessings. That's what I've learned. I was all over the place, y'all, but yeah.
No, that was good. But I want to say for those that want to look it up in the Bible, what Sabi said, that was, she paraphrased it. It's faith without works is dead.
That's right.
So just for those that want to do it. I think for me, my experience is it's relationships, it's people in general. When I was young, I had that mentality when I was younger. I always wanted to prove God wrong. So I always wanted to prove that. I wanted to prove, I wanted to be the one that knew more. I wanted to be the smart one. And so I had trained myself that whenever God would say one thing, I would do the opposite thing, because I wanted to prove God wrong, So with people that would come into my life, most of the time, people that were like amazing, that were good for me, I didn't like them. Because God would be like, that's who you need to talk to. I'm like, I don't want to talk to them. And then the ones that were like horrible, I would befriend them and be like, you're friends. Oh my God. And those would be the ones that would eventually, not that day, not even that week or that month, but years later, they would do something that would put me in a position where I had to choose between them and God. And they would want me to make this choice. I want you to be what I want you to be and not what God has called you to be. And you find yourself being so stuck and so alienated as we walk this path, because we're by ourselves. We're leaders. We're innovators. And it's good when we can come together like this and just have a conversation. Oh my
God, yes.
My people. Talk. You know what I'm saying? Because we all are living our truth. And at the end of the day, that's what we are. That's why we're here. At least that's why I believe we're here. We're here to live out our truth and do what we came here, because it's so many people that need to be awakened. But not to how we want them to be, to themselves. That's it. We're here to plant seeds and to water it so people can say. So anyway, as far as, all of it, what I'm saying is trust yourself. Listen to yourself.
I had put so much of my trust in man that I forgot about my spirits. Yeah. I think we've been trained to put our trust in humans and not in the ruler of all things, which is God. I realize God don't make no damn sense. I've had times where I wake up in the morning and spirit tells me to do something, and I'm like, wow! and then when I do it, okay, one time Spirit told me that I was going to meet a man, but if I did not look good, he was not going to talk to me. Tell me why I walked out the house looking like I was Aunt Mama.
All my life I had to fight.
And actually, that's one of my struggles is to look presentable because I have a very lackluster whatever, you know. Girl, I walked out that house looking like I was about to sing a Hebrew spiritual. Tell me why when I went to the post, you're going to meet somebody today. You better look presentable. My dumb self, I go to the post office. Why does this dude bump into me? Like, oh, girl, my type. You know what I'm saying? He looked at me like he picked up the thing. I look like he gave me the thing. Like, I'm sorry. I was like, damn. That's when I knew.
Hard-headed. You so hard-headed.
Girl, yes. I look like, and I can't flirt with him because I look like I can't scrub the floors.
Right. You can't look like you know him already.
I can't talk to you. And Spirit said, do your hair like this. Put this. I mean, they were literally, this happened like last year. They were directing me, look cute. See?
Live and we learn. Growth is the only thing that's constant.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we're
They'll send another one.
So
girl,
we're here.
I will have my wig ready. Okay.
Right? You can't be going on camera without your hair on.
Yeah, I know.
It's 11:31. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna round it up. We're gonna try to keep that an hour.
Okay.
Next time, what I want to do though, when we all get on here, when we come back and we, reconnect again, I actually want us to work. We gonna get some people on here and we go work and we gonna show the people how we work. And I think that's gonna be an amazing, it's an amazing opportunity to come together and share. So if y'all want to go through and y'all want to share how people can contact you, how they can add you. I know there's one person on here that don't really do social media, so unless you have a Snapchat, you can't really get to her. Maji Dupree, I ain't putting no elbows.
Was that shade? Wait.
Yeah, it was.
It's all right. But at least he's telling the truth.
Right.
Hit me up on Snapchat or okay, so look, Jonathan, I'll go first. Or just email me. But if you just want to, I don't know why would
you busy?
Look. Okay.
Let's keep it real. You busy.
We need a music channel.
Contact Jonathan, all right?
Right.
He knows where to find me at all times. So whatever's going on, no, but my name, my camera went out, is Maji Dupree, and I'm so happy that.
Hey, doll baby.
This is Nasira. Sabi, we're going to call you later on. But yes, my name is Maji Dupree, and
you can find her on Facebook. You can find her on Instagram.
At Facebook. Yeah, Maji Dupree, MajeeDupree. Thank you, John.
She is one that y'all, whoever watches this, y'all want to hear her because her voice will change your life.
She can move mountains.
That's it.
Definitely.
She creates the mountains with her voice.
Beautiful, angelic.
Next time.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, look, I'll be lost, y'all. I'll be in my own mind. Hey, y'all, if y'all want to reach out to me, okay, you want to reach out and touch your sister, go on your Facebook, push that thing that looks like a microscope, whatever the hell it is, and type in Voices Within Me, VOISESWTIHIN, okay? Get that celebrity gossip, get that gospiration in your life, okay? Learn about the ancestors, learn about Africa, and even a taste of Haiti, y'all. Hit me up.
Oh, yes.
Look, let me write that down.
You know what? I need to work on something, Sabi. You need to show me what I'm supposed to be doing.
Was that Voices Within Me or just Voices Within?
Voices Within Me, honey.
Me.
I'm
okay, I don't want to
girl. And the picture look just like this girl. Come be holding that
okay.
That dundada. Okay.
Okay.
Right,
I need that in my life. I need that. So if you want some dramedy, drama and comedy, go on over to my YouTube, Miss Terry.
Yeah.
If you want some spiritual solutions, go to createthemagic.solutions or terrybeale.com.
Yes.
TerryBeale.
Yes.
Great job. So, of course, y'all know Jonathan Harris, www.jonathanlharris.com. You can reach me on every social media platform except LinkedIn. But I want to thank y'all so much, y'all. This was amazing.
You on Tinder?
Huh?
You on Tinder?
I ain't even gonna tell you all of the ones I'm on. You know, I'm on ChristianMingo.com, boo. Nah. but I just definitely want to thank and express my gratitude to y'all because this was amazing. Like, I was really expecting us to come on here and to talk for other people to transform them, but I really feel like I've been transformed. You know,
Yeah. I learned a lot.
So I really want us to
support each
keep
other.
this up. You know, whenever we can, like keep this up and let's keep having these conversations because people need it, and I love it because all of us have a different perspective that leads to the same place.
Yeah. Come on now.
Oh,
God has so many.
Oh, now.
All of us, you know, and that's when we can come together and share our perspective and shine a light on any situation. That is key.
Shining.
Yeah. But it's so key because a lot of times people think that's only one way. That it's not possible.
That's
There is not.
That is so true.
Yep.
That's so
you don't have to take I-75. You can take I-20,
yes.
I-20, I-78.
You might catch some detours.
I-85 and got blowed up or something. I don't even know. You better take something else.
All you YouTubers,
get on that 85.
Out there on social media, anybody that may see us, these are the people that you want to connect with. You got Terry, Miss Terry, you got Sabi, you got Maji. These are people you want to connect with because what they're going to do is they're going to hold the space for you. They're going to hold the space for you versus try to make you or lead you. We don't lead. We hold the space. We guide. You know, the Bible says, teach a man to fish and he'll eat for a lifetime.
Hello.
He go eat for a day. All right. So we out. Love y'all. Thank you.
Bye. Bye.